Yeah, we bring reviews of your house. Talk to our dudes of your house. I bring my views of your house. Wrestling truths of your house. We talk to you in your house. We keeps it cool in your house. We keeps it cool in your house. I'm spitting truths in your house. Yes, Mark's hating on his fans. Becky's niche on the man. Play with two like alliance. Household a dangerous alliance. I am a nightmare like Cody, and I'm overcoming like Kobe. No, they cannot hold me. Come listen, I'm hosting, critiquing, I'm boasting. This wrestling I'm knowing.
My name is Brian Pillman Jr., and you're listening to the In Your House podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In Your House, starring Alakan House and my man, Michael Hutchison. That's Mikey Hutch. And this is the People's Podcast. Hey, you guys already know who it is. It's your boys, Con and Hutch, ready to get out work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. That is what we do, and we love it. Work, work, work. That's what we do, y'all, every single day, guys. Let me let you know where you guys can listen to us at. You guys can listen to us at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. So that's what we do, y'all. That's what we do. You already know what it is. And Michael, it is a wonderful, wonderful morning today. It's Monday morning, and we're able to do this on a Monday morning. And for me, bro, that's a great start for my week.
Well, you know, I'm still like in the middle. I'm kind of in limbo right now, you know, because like I just give you a little behind the scenes. We recorded an episode last night or yesterday before I went to work. I've since went to work, have gotten off work, and still haven't slept yet because I wanted to get yet another episode in for the household. So you're welcome.
Yes, do you guys hear that? Okay, we should be there's certain people that we should be thanking. We should be thanking Chris Jericho, and we should be thanking Hutch, all right? So thank you, bro. And I hope the household does the same. Y'all better do the same, all right?
Right, you know, because this engine runs on props, and I could use all the props and thank yous I can get. So yeah, if I sound a little bit drowsy, that's why.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I'm here to chop it up. We got a subject to that it was a suggestion. Yes. I do believe.
Yes.
That because you know we're trying to get to those, man. We're trying to get to those, and we got some pictures that we need to get out there as well. But you know, you want to catch up on that. You know, check our Facebook page and all that for that fun stuff. But anyway, But yeah, it's good to be here, and going to do my best to stay awake and maintain consciousness through this episode. So.
And we appreciate you, brother. We do appreciate it. And as you previously stated, we do have a certain subject that we're going to talk about, and that is because we are taking suggestions. We take suggestions now. I want to go a little bit more in depth on this for them, Michael, real quick. So that's what I'm going to do. We're looking to fund the show. You guys have been great. The show's really taken off, and you guys have been a big part of it. But we're looking to fund the show to give you guys cooler content, better quality, and more experience for myself and Michael in the wrestling business. So it's like I said at the State of the Household address. I said that man, first off, it's not a race, it's a marathon. And another thing that I said is we didn't want to do a GoFundMe because like that's just you guys giving us money, and yeah, like I said, we do give you content, but it didn't feel interactive enough just to say, hey, put your money in this GoFundMe and that's it. Like we wanted to do something like interactive. So patreon.com/inyourhouse, $1 $1 will get you shouted out on the show. I shouted out our friend Nick Cooper, who is now a paying patron. Thank you, bro. We truly appreciate you believing in what we do. A $5 tier will get you more than a shout out. It'll get you a topic, and we will talk about your topic on the show, as we are going to do today for my friend Chris Weiger. Hashtag my man 6969. We're going to talk about your topic today, bro. So absolutely, we're going to get to you in the $15 tier, which is tier 3. We'll get you on the show. We will talk to you on the podcast about whatever topic that you choose to talk about. Also, check us out on ProWrestlingTees.com/InYourHouse. We have a new shirt that we just dropped. Get this. Work. So come get this work and get this shirt. So absolutely check that out. And if you guys can help me sell 8 more shirts, then that black design that you guys enjoyed so much will be coming very, very soon, as soon as we get those flying. So definitely check those out. Get a shirt. Buy a freaking shirt, for God's sake.
Buy a shirt, you bums.
Buy a freaking shirt. And definitely come kick it with Khan and come kick it with Hutch here at In Your House. But before we get to the topic at hand, the main topic of the show that my man Chris Weiger suggested, a Patreon on In Your House. Thank you, bro. This tweet, we was talking about it a little bit before the show, and this tweet is heavy, and it's even heavier who liked the tweet, and we're going to talk about that. And this is a tweet from an account, Too Sweet Mania, Super Kick Party is what he's calling himself on Twitter. And man, I think this tweet just answers, like I want to be perfectly clear, first and foremost, that we always say this all the time. We are not on one side of the fence. We want all wrestling to be good. Michael says it to you guys all the time. He pounds it into your guys' skull, as he should. But this is a feeling that I think a lot of us feel. And I know I do when I read it, and it sucked when it came to that realization, because it hit me so hard in the face just to see it, like, put out there like that on Twitter, you know, and then for the person who have liked it to like it. And that tweet is this: with every passing Raw and SmackDown, I grow less and less interested in the product. I'm starting to realize that I'm supporting a shitty company for its past greatness rather than critiquing its current bullshit. I can't even sit through Raw and SmackDown anymore. Michael, what are your thoughts on that tweet before we get to the person who liked it?
Well, I was going to do my best to stop you whenever you said something wrong, but you kind of didn't. I mean, the accuracy on that is true. It's true. I mean, people talk about their fandom of WWE, and they're resting on their laurels, so to speak, and like clinging to the past. Yeah. And don't get it twisted. That past, yes, was amazing. There were so many countless incredible, not unforgettable moments. Yeah. From, your Stone Colds to your Rocks to your Mankind's getting thrown off the cage. I mean, the list goes on. And, even your undercard, I mean, it's so much stuff. But today's product, as we've said, we don't want to be that kind of show, but there's not a lot of good happening. And right. It's not the talent's fault. And it's not the writer's fault. It's tough. It's the brainchild. I mean, the man who brought it, who's the reason why wrestling pretty much is here today. Yeah. It's a crazy dichotomy that's going on right now with wrestling, man. And the talent's starting to speak out. Yep.
I've noticed that slowly but surely. And it's so crazy to me because they were never allowed to have a voice like this before. Like, they will stifle you until they released you. And then you have those, you'd have those tell-all interviews and now tell-all podcasts, because podcasting is the new hot way to get information and news and intimate conversations. But they couldn't have those talks until after they left the WWE, and now you see it starting to leak out over Twitter.
Yeah, and this individual that we're conversing about today, I like that she, that kind of tipped the card a little bit as to,
I feel what you're saying.
That, she, it's good that she said it, but she half-assed said it.
She half-assed said it, bro.
Like you didn't vehemently support it. You were just like, I support that.
Yeah.
And then you kept it going. You ain't gonna throw out a retweet. You're not gonna retweet with a reply. Be like, preach with your little prayer hands or your high five hands. Or something like that. Can I get an amen? Something like that, right?
Yep.
I mean, you can't be half pregnant.
Yeah. Nope.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So. Yeah, so we got to name drop who it is.
Oh yeah, we're definitely about to do it. And the person that we're talking about, Michael, is Sasha Banks. We're talking about Sasha Banks. Definitely. Yep. Dun dun dun. Exactly. Sasha Banks. And of course, this is decorated female superstar from WWE. Has had a lot of accomplishments within the company, and also is sitting out. Seems like it is sitting out the remainder of her contract. She has not been seen since she threw a little bit of a hissy fit over the women's tag team championships, and she has not been seen since. Now, Michael made up a great point that I'm gonna dig deep a little bit into, and that is the fact that this tweet, Sasha Banks liked it. She did not retweet it, and Michael made a good point that I agree with. Man. Dog, you either all the way in or you all the way out. If you just gonna like that tweet, then don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. You should have retweeted that shit. Like if you if you feeling how you feeling and you're a legit boss like you say that you are, and this is with all due respect, I'm just keeping it a stack with you. If you're listening to this, if not, hey, you probably whatever. You probably don't even listen to this anyway. But if you did, you probably don't care about what I think. But I'm still gonna keep it a stack with you. If you was just gonna like it, you should have never done nothing at all. Because if you either gotta have the balls to retweet that shit, or don't even touch it. You know what I mean, bro?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, it's like you either give a fuck or you don't give a fuck. You can't give half a fuck.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, and you know what? A lot of people are probably like, oh, it's Sasha Banks. You know, a lot of people were throwing shade at Sasha Banks, like, oh, she's a bitch to fans and all of that. Yeah. And most likely, it's not that she's a bitch to fans. She's probably a bitch to these quote unquote bitch fans out there, aka these shithead Shanes that aren't actually out there to get an autograph. They're out there stalking motherfuckers at airports so they can flip the autographs on eBay. You fucking pricks, get a job, you cunts. Man, anyway,
for real.
Sorry, you got me dropping a C word in the AM. See, I need sleep.
Love it.
If I don't sleep, the vulgarity just goes into overdrive. Holy fuck.
Yes. Yes, man. Yes. And
anyway, back to Sasha Banks. Back to my point with her. A lot of people are throwing, through shade her way. And now we're starting to see this toxic environment that WWE, we kind of always knew it was, but now we're starting that veil is really starting to get lifted, so to speak.
Yes.
And ugh, boy, it's looking pretty gross back there, kind of yucky. But is she such a bitch though? Right. And can we really be mad at her for doing this? Because if y'all are going to hate on her for doing this, yet you supported Moxley and you're supporting Moxley for doing what he's doing, you, sir, or you, ma'am, are a hypocrite, and you need to think about yourself.
Yep.
Because she's wanting to get out of a toxic environment too. Now, if she comes over being toxic in the AEW locker room, then that's a different story.
Got a bigger problem.
And she'll need to bounce. And as Khan said, I'm going to do my best to say this right. I'm just keeping it a stack with you.
There you go, bro. There you go.
Did I do it?
You did it, bro.
I did it? I did it. I'm hip now.
There you go. Yep, you hit, bro.
Oh, snap. Welcome. I better stop while I'm ahead.
But to chime in a little bit, man, you're absolutely right. Like, yes, the approach is different than Moxley, and I think that's why some people were souring on it. We also talked about that. We also talked about that Moxley and CM Punk comparison on the second Super Slam that we did, Roundtable Super Slam. So I hear you there, but you're also right. I mean, what you're right about is basically she wants to have creative control. She wants to do what she wants to do, and she probably wants a fresh coat of paint. I don't think anybody there's not a wrestler alive that has their head so far in the WWE's ass that doesn't see what Moxley and AEW is right now, and just the positive vibes going around that right now. And I'm willing to bet everything I own that Sasha wants to feel that feeling again. She wants to feel fresh. She wants to feel new again. You know what I mean? She wants to feel cool again. You got to think about it. Like, Sasha Banks never got that heel run on the main roster that we really wanted to see, and that's that bitchy, you know what I mean, that bitchy, mean-spirited female that she can play and that we've seen in NXT. She never got a chance to have that run on the main roster with that character, just like Moxley didn't have a chance to have a run as a Moxley-type character when he was Dean Ambrose. So, you know what I mean? I feel her. I get it, but you gotta whole-ass that thing, honey. You gotta whole-ass that thing. You can't just half-ass it.
That's a fact. And, going back to the comparison that I did with between like Moxley and Sasha, I was kind of more so like focused on the want to go elsewhere is kind of what I was more so alluding to, not so much the approach, because again, Moxley was just like, fuck you, burn, he set that bridge ablaze.
Yep.
Sasha just kind of skipped across it while silently talking shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
She's a sneak disser, bro. She's a sneak disser.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, again, that'll make you a boss. That makes you a mid boss. Yep. Like you're the boss. You fight you fight in the middle of the level in Contra. Yeah, you're not the legit boss. You're the mid boss when you do shit like that.
Facts, big facts, huge facts.
So yeah, but again, I'm with you on that. Like, we never got to see why was she the legit boss? What were you the boss of?
Yeah.
And we saw, and this again just goes with so many different other characters and talents in NXT. We saw it in NXT, but then once she got to WWE, she just became another person.
Yep. Every single time, Michael. Every single freaking time, bro. Why do you have this? Why, I know, bro. Why do you have this great roster and you can display it on NXT so great? And then that's the thing. Like, you said something on the episode that dropped today, Monday. When you guys listen to this one, it'll be Wednesday. But we did an episode on Monday. So, and you said it yourself. You went into Super Showdown not excited, like, oh, well, let me see what kind of shit show this is going to be. Why does that have to be the standard? That shouldn't be the standard, Michael.
Well, man, you're right. I can remember a time when wrestling was can't miss.
Yeah.
Like it's like, holy shit, I got to see what the hell happens next week. And that's because they always left you with hooks to bring you in the following week. And you want to know who wrote for them at that time?
Uh-oh, you're about to say a bad name. Don't you say it.
I'm about to say the name. About to say Voldemort's fucking name up in this motherfucker.
Uh-oh.
And see, there you go. You got me cussing again. Again, everybody had a storyline. I'm not going to say it was always a good one, but everybody had a storyline back in this era that everybody loved so much. And your boy, Vince Russo, along with Ed Ferrara, wrote for them back then. The man that killed this, the man that did this and did that, the blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
You said his name, bro. You said his name.
I said his name. There is now a dark cloud forming over my house.
Vicky, what do you have to say about this? All right. Well, Vicky says, excuse me, sir.
As the thunder claps, I hear very audibly, bro. Bro, listen to me, bro.
Yowie wowie!
Like again, the man booked for people. I don't
Yes.
want to make this a show about him, but I think he might do WWE some good. There, I said it. Can it be any worse?
Could it get any worse?
You mean to tell me that they're the shit show, the tripe that they put out? Yeah, you know what? I'll give you an example right now. Do you really think Vince Russo would have had the Revival scooting their asses on the mat?
That was so bad. I wanted to forget about that, bro.
Do you really think? Chime in, household, at me.
Bring it in, y'all. Bring it in,
At
y'all. Yes.
me.
Yep.
At me. Get at me on Twitter. Get at me on Facebook. I'm posting on the Facebook all the time. I'm slacking on the Twitter, but I'm working on that. Don't judge me.
Hey, we're getting there, y'all.
But yeah, at me on that. But back to Sasha. You know what? Again, I hope she does start talking shit. If she does want to go, let her go. I just hope she don't bring any negativity to that AEW locker room, because as we previously stated, that's the last thing they need there is negativity. And I'll be curious as to how they deal with it, because they kind of bounced Pac out of there.
Yeah, they got him out of there quick.
Like, Pac is gone.
Yeah.
Gone. And like you've heard about, no interaction between the two whatsoever. So if that's how they're going to handle that, that's great.
Man, I agree with you. On Pac real quick, man. Just real quick, and I'm going to keep this short. Always liked him in ring. Always thought he was super talented. What a freaking moron, bro. What are you thinking?
Silly. I don't know. I on one hand, I get that. I think that the only thing that I can think is, because he's the champion of what, Dragon Gate?
Dragon Gate, I believe so.
And he's wanting to protect their title. And I don't know, does that title like have a gimmick of some sort? Like, is he the first one to have it? Is there like some kind of streak going on? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's something that he doesn't want broken by getting beaten.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as to, devalue that title. So if that's true, I can kind of respect that to a certain degree, but man, you really gave up a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And yes, he had the exposure in WWE, but man, why wouldn't you? And who's to say? I mean, never say never. He might be back.
Yeah.
Let him drop that title at some point.
Yep.
And they may talk it up again. We don't know how how it all went down and how it went out.
Right.
So I mean, I can't speak on that, but and again, I like Pac.
I do.
He's dope in the ring. I was looking forward to seeing him in AEW.
Absolutely no. And actually, what he is he's the Open the Dream Gate champion. That's what the title is called. Open the Dream Gate. It is Dragon Gate, but that's the name of the title, is the Open the Dream Gate Championship.
That was my next guess.
Yeah,
that was probably my next guess. but yeah, I mean, again, and if, as I said, if that is the case, that he wanted to keep the shine going on that title and make it legit, right on. But if that's true, why did you book the match to begin with Paige and then bow out? Did you think that you were going to drop the title, and then did plans change?
I think it was an undefeated. I think it was like a streak that he had going on where he was winning so many matches, and he didn't want to lose to Paige because Paige was going to go over. I mean, they had plans for him to be in that championship match at All Out in Chicago, like from Jump Street, and they just wanted somebody to work with them really good. So it was Pac, and as soon as Pac realized he was gonna not go over, that's when he was like, "Yep, I'm out." But I just think it was just such a dumb move in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's true. I definitely agree with the fact that the move is just stupid move. But see, I heard the opposite. I heard that Pac was actually to go over Paige.
Really?
And he was actually to lose to Omega.
Wow. Okay.
and that's what he didn't want to do, and that it wasn't anything against Omega, but I think it tied to that title. So, but again, don't quote me on that. I don't know. I mean,
and correct us. Let us know.
Right. I mean, anybody knows, I'm curious to know. I'd love to, I'm hoping to hear an explanation that makes me go, oh, okay, good. He's not being a dick. You know, like that. That's awesome, because I don't know the guy, but I never saw him as being like an asshole. You know, I mean, he's the bastard. I get that. That's his gimmick. That's his shtick and whatnot. But I felt like he would do good business for himself. And again, call me dumb, but that just don't seem like good business. Like, oh, no, I don't want to do business with this multi-billion-dollar company.
Right.
And that's no offense to Dragon Gate, but man,
I don't get it, bro. I just don't get it.
Joey Ryan did the same thing. Joey Ryan didn't want to get signed anywhere. He chose to stay on the Indies too.
Yeah, I saw that. I definitely don't go to WWE. If you wanna have your what he does, which pisses a lot of traditional wrestling fans off. If you want to keep doing what you're doing, bro, don't go to. It was never a good idea to go to WWE.
No. You will be the micromanagement gets micromanaged.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
He'll get destroyed, bro. He gets straight destroyed. Like, it'd be like they have to water his shit down in NXT. Like, he won't be able to do any of the stuff that he does on the Indies just because it's too vulgar and they don't.
You already know what they do, bro. Are you kidding me?
What's that?
They tag team his ass with Bobby Roode with them mustaches they got. They'd throw some fucking bibs and overalls and shit on him and hack the Super Mario Brothers. You know they'd fucking do it.
Damn, I actually want to see that.
because Vince McMahon is so behind the times, he's just discovered the original Super Mario Brothers that came out on the original NES back in 1985.
Well, where's this been all my life, pal?
Right, damn, pal. Look, what is that, a Goomba? Damn, pal, look at that. I ran right into that little brown bastard. Look at it. Maybe you should have said that, bitch. You mind your damn business, pal.
Oh, man. If Vince hears this, man, we're both fired.
Oh, man. I'll keep it pushing. I was never hired to begin with.
I know, right? We're doing pretty good, bro, even without a WWE contract. How about that?
Right. I keep it independent. I keep it underground. I don't go mainstream.
There you go.
You keep all that.
And speaking of mainstream, man, a team that was independent and now coming to the mainstream. This is our subject. This is our subject from Chris Weiger. Appreciate you being a Patreon, bro. He wants us to talk about the Super Smash Brothers, not Nintendo, guys, not Nintendo, but the Super Smash Brothers with AEW. And we got a chance to do a little bit of research on these guys. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson and the Super Smash Brothers. What did you think about seeing them, bro? And what have you and what can you tell us about them that you might have picked up? I did a little bit of research myself, bro.
Well, I'll be honest. First off, thank you very much, Chris, for being on the Patreon and whatnot and contributing. And I'm glad we're actually able to get to this.
Yes.
I'll be honest. I knew this team flew completely under my radar. Yeah. I knew nothing about them whatsoever. They took me by complete surprise. The first time I laid eyes on these two was at the AEW show.
Yeah,
Double or Nothing.
Same.
When all of a sudden they popped up with the whole squad, like the whole crew, like, and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Who the hell? Like, what is happening? Like. And I don't even know if the crowd, and I don't mean any disrespect to the guys, because upon doing my research, these dudes are good.
Oh, yeah.
These guys are going to be fun to watch. But yeah, I mean, I think it caught everybody, including myself, off guard. But they're a fun team. They complement each other very well.
I noticed that too. Yeah.
And what's the mask guy's name?
Evil Uno.
Evil Uno. Man, it sounds like he about to drop a draw 4 on you just all day. All draw fours and skips. Like, no fucks given. You ain't playing shit. You're sitting there with a whole deck in your hand. But yeah, like, he's really, like Evil Uno, like, he's good for a bigger guy.
Oh, yeah.
Deceptively agile.
Yes.
And fun to watch. And again, they gel together very well. And like, I'm not sure if they're full on AEW signed, but I watched that match with them and the Bucks, and
Yeah.
they're good. And the Bucks are great; they can make anybody look good, but
They hung
don't
in there
need,
with them, though.
That's exactly what I was going to say. They don't need the help. Like they can go, and I think they're a young team. I'm not sure how long they've been around. I know they've kind of bounced around the different independent companies and whatnot. And again, I hope they settle in AEW. What do you think, man?
I think they're going to be a good team. I mean, definitely. I hope they stay there in AEW and maybe be a foundational piece in their tag team division, which, from what I understand, they're going to put some good focus on, which is great news. So these guys, Super Smash Brothers, Uno and Grayson, they have done matches in like Smash Wrestling and ROH and stuff, and they've even wrestled the Young Bucks, like in the Young Bucks' like earlier Bullet Club days, which is great. I mean, that's cool. I mean, so they've been around for a really long time, and of course we got a chance to see them when the lights went out, and we were all shocked when we watched it. We were like, why's the lights? What's going on? What's happening? And it was at the end of the Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, the Best Friends against Angelico and Jack Evans match. And then all of a sudden, they come with the whole squad of masked people just beating the shit out of everybody. You have freaking Evil Uno doing some kind of a ripcord type move on Jack Evans and just dropped him. And then like just like a crucifix, like some sort of crucifix blockbuster off the top rope tag team move, which was freaking cool. And man, this team, I'm interested. What the hell was the throne of the homies all about? What the fuck was that? Like,
I want, you know what? October 5th, with us being the podcast, the official podcast of Heroes and Legends, if we don't have a throne of homies,
right,
and a plate of snack cakes,
right, on said homie, on one of the homies, like on his head, like use him as like a rest, like an arm rest or something. Like, what the hell, fellas? Like we need a squad of homies. Like, if I can't lean on my homies like that, I don't want them.
Right, and again, let the record state, Jason, I am just kidding about October 5th. I do not need a throne of homies whatsoever. I am very humbled and just honored to be there. But I digress.
He's listening, man, and plus he's a worker too, so he can kick both of our asses.
That's a fact. So I retract my statement. But you know what? At my shoot job, I most definitely need a squad of a throne of homies at my damn work job. Make me sit there 12 damn hours a day.
Man.
Bastards. Ooh.
So, man, I definitely look forward to what the Super Smash Brothers have coming. Chris, I hope we answered any questions that you might have. You can check them out on YouTube. You can check out their match against the Young Bucks from Smash Wrestling on YouTube. Highly recommend it. Ring of Honor, they were at War of the Worlds. Check out that match, Chris. So, and anybody else who is interested in the Super Smash Brothers, go check them out. Definitely, you can see them on AEW. That's the Super Smash Brothers, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson. They are all elite, and this episode was all elite. It was a really great episode. Definitely got a chance to get to everything that we wanted to do, most definitely. And you already know what time it is, Michael. Plug away, bro.
Hell yeah, it's my sleepy time. But yeah, you guys can catch me on the Twitter at Hutch IYH. Give me a follow. Again, at me about the Vince Russo thing. Glad to chop it up with you about that. Anything else? And the Super Smash Brothers thing. If you guys have any matches out there that you feel like that we should see, that that Connor and myself should see, send them to us on the Facebook, on the Twitter. Doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah, catch me on the Twitter at Hutch IYH, and you know the drill. You already know where this is going. I say this every time, but I mean it just as much every time, regardless of what side you're on, regardless of what you like, who you cheer for, who you boo. It doesn't matter. We are one, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you very much for joining us. We love the downloads. Thank you for supporting us here and on our Patreon. And please buy a shirt. We're looking to sling 8 more. And that way, because we got 2 awesome artists set up to have some really killer designs for you guys. So it's not hyperbole, guys. We're really want to get some really cool shit out there for you. So again, throw down, get a shirt, support the cause. We are one. Much love.
Absolutely. As my man always says, we are one. And it's one of the greatest points of the show. So absolutely. And man, this turned out being a great show, as a matter of fact. And that's what we do. So you guys already know what it is here at the household. Let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to us at. You guys can listen to us at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. You don't have an Apple device? That's all right. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, well, we can get to you. Check us out. October 5th, Heroes and Legends 13, Fort Wayne, Indiana. If you can't be there, check it out on Fight TV. Coming to an app near you is your boy Khan on commentary with Jason Saint. Check it out. It's going to be a hell of a time. Just a hell of a time, y'all. What are you doing? We got a video show coming. Check that out. It's coming this week. We tell you all the time. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on. Or get gone. Because the household, well, we going strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.